So I can show one of the current like kind of beta build of these two quadratic diplomacies, the unified repo. Um, there's still some bugs. So I'll leave the chakra UI, which is just a different UI to Swap, who's going to be joining in a few minutes. But I can show a very early production or very early build of like this new unified repo
Sure.
real fast. So let's see if I can get this to work.
Quadratic diplomacy.
All right. So I will. Do you guys see that?
Yep.
See the screen? Okay, cool. So this is kind of the. It's going to be pretty much the same interface. We pretty much just removed everything that didn't need to be there. Kind of restarted from scratch. We're using some great stuff that Bliss has added, that Demu has, that Carlos has, that Swap has, that Huxwell has. Like it's kind of just this huge combination. And this is going to be the new unified sort of build. Very early stages of it. But what we get is now we have two versions that a user can choose from, like I was saying earlier. This sort of off-chain and on-chain. So if we go and hit create election, right now there's a bug that's asking me to sign right now. So don't worry about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a test. We'll do a test off-chain. And what I'm going to do is vote in this because creating an election is always going to cost some funds. That's a lot of that data is going to be stored on chain just because of how we built it. But if I go in and select off chain, we're still going to be putting the election on chain, but voting is going to be completely off chain. We're going to add my address. I'm going to be the only candidate just for this dog fooding session. I'm going to hit confirm. I'm going to have to create that election. We can go back. We can see that the election is right here. It's the same name as this other one, but don't worry about that. This is the new election. It's open. I'm a candidate. I'm also the admin. Nobody's voted in it. But if I go into view and I try to cast a ballot, what this is going to do rather than actually upload any data to the chain, it's just going to be signature based with a backend, right? So we're storing this data that I'm about to cast with this ballot on a Firebase database. So nothing's getting uploaded to the blockchain minus the signature, right? So I'm going in here, and if you guys can see my MetaMask, I don't know if
we see it.
sharing is cool. Then you'll see the signature request. I'm just going to hit sign, and that is, in theory, right? This is casting a ballot to the database. If we take a look, we can see that there's this message being passed around. Don't worry about that error. There's probably something.
You can even go in your Firebase console and see the.
Sure. Yeah, I think maybe if we take a look, if I actually go here, we should see that there's been some elections. This was probably the one that...
It's the one at the top. The last one is at the top.
Yep.
Yeah. And
so this is probably, test off-chain, cancel. And this is the data that's actually being pushed up to that database from that vote. So that's awesome. So that's off-chain, right? And then if we wanted to do the same thing, I don't know why that signing is happening right there, but if we do test on-chain, right, this is putting all of the data on-chain. So if we leave it on this on-chain, still going to cost money to create the election, of course. So that is all on-chain regardless. I hit sign, confirm. We go back, we see it. Okay, it's on-chain. We go into here. I cast a ballot. Notice that this is not signing anything. This is actually just costing some gas fees. I confirm. That's voted on. Once again, still early in the UI. We're mostly focusing on, actually facilitating these transactions, and it worked. So yeah, we're still working on getting the off-chain features there, but like that, getting those signatures and things uploaded properly is the first step. So we're really close to having this like unified build that kind of does it all. And that is a huge team effort behind everybody that's been working on quadratic diplomacy. We're taking it and we're just shoving it together. So a lot of coordination.
Woo!